Last fall, I bought a peaceful log cabin in the mountains with the plan to use it as a weekend retreat and rent it out on Airbnb when I wasn't around. The cabin sat on 3 acres of private land nestled near a lake, but most importantly, it was not part of any homeowners association. That detail would become crucial when Karen from the nearby HOA decided to declare war. It started small. Notes left on the door about unauthorized short-term rentals, citations for imaginary noise complaints, and calls demanding I register the cabin with the HOA. I politely explained more than once that my property wasn't part of their association. Karen, however, didn't care. She had taken responsibility for preserving the neighborhood character, whatever that meant. Then came the cops. I got a call from a guest saying the sheriff had shown up mid-barbecue, claiming there were multiple reports of illegal renting, fire hazard violations, and even unlicensed lodging. The officer was confused when he saw everything was perfectly up to code, including my local rental permit displayed on the wall. I explained the situation and handed him my deed, which clearly showed my property fell just outside the HOA's designated zone. He sighed and shook his head. "Sorry about this," he said. "We get calls from them all the time. They overreach like crazy." But that wasn't the end. Karen kept escalating, harassing guests, blocking the private driveway with her golf cart, even posting signs near my cabin reading, "HOA property, no trespassing." I finally had enough. I hired a land use attorney, and together we drafted a cease and desist notice citing harassment, slander, and unlawful interference with my rental business. We also requested a formal investigation into the HOA's use of resources to target non-members. Turns out, Karen had been filing complaints under the HOA's name without board approval. When word got out, the board panicked. She was removed from her position, and the HOA had to issue me a public apology to avoid legal action. To make sure she got the message, I hosted a lakeside barbecue the next weekend, complete with music, happy renters, and a big banner that read, "Private property, not your HOA." Karen called the cops one last time. They didn't even show up. Turns out, when your cabin isn't in their jurisdiction, their power is just as fake as their sense of authority.